Hello friends, this is Valley with Valley Girl Beauty. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about how I started and launched my SeneGence business and give you guys my top 5 to 6 tips on things that I did back then and things that I still do now that have really helped me grow my business, and also what I teach to my girls to help them grow their business. So before we get into the tips, I want to share a little backstory. I signed up in 2017 during the out of stockalypse, which was a time period where all the products were sold out except for like 5 or 6 lip colors and maybe 2 or 3 glosses. So we did not have any skincare, any other makeup products other than the lipstick, nothing else. It was literally all gone. SeneGence hit the internet, went completely viral, and everybody wanted it and everybody wanted all the things. So it was a crazy time period, and I personally loved it. I loved it because I got to just focus on one thing, which was the SeneGence, because there wasn't anything else. And it was so exciting because every day or every couple days a new color would come back in stock and everyone would be like, yay, oh my gosh, a new color, and we would get it and share it, and it was so exciting. So I did not have a negative experience during the out of stockalypse, but I think that's also because with my background, I was not a makeup person. So I was not somebody who used makeup or skincare actually. So it wasn't a big loss for me at the time because I didn't know anything about it. So I focused on the SeneGence, and that is how I launched and started my business. So I joined after having purchased 3 colors and 2 glosses. And then I wanted to grab a couple more, and it was suggested, hey, you know, you should sign up, and even if you don't do the business, you could use it for the personal discount. But I was like, no thank you, I just want the colors. And then I thought about it some more and decided, you know what, and there's a whole story behind why I decided to give it a try, which I'll do another video on that, but for today's purpose I'll keep it short. I decided to give it a try, and here I am 3.5, almost 4 years later, still loving it, having an amazing, successful business. And I want to share with you guys what I did that I think helped get me to where I am today. So I know a lot of people are action people. I'm an action person, so I don't want to just hear all the fluff. I want to hear, like, what did you actually do though? So I did not have a big following on Facebook. I was on the other side of the country from my friend group, so I didn't know anybody like in the area. I think I had an Instagram, but I never used it. So I was not somebody who was like an influencer or had a big following or had like a huge friend group or anything like that. And I came from a tiny town that had like 2,000 people in it. My high school class had like 43 kids. So really small town person to a huge city of Miami where I didn't know anybody. So that's kind of where I was at. And I used Facebook, so I created a Facebook group, and that is where I launched my business. And this is where it's going to come into the tips and things that I did that I think helped me launch my business. And tip number 1 was I showed my face. So if you are someone who is in the business now or someone who is thinking about it, one of the best things that you can do is show your face, show the products on yourself, because you are the person that they know, you are the person that they like, know, and trust, you are the person that they are going to be buying from. And if your Facebook group or Instagram page or wherever you're, you know, promoting your business, if it's just a collage of random graphics and other people's faces and lips, they're not even gonna know that it's you, right? Because they're not gonna be able to tell that it's your group versus somebody else's group, because it's just a bunch of stuff, and that kind of makes it look spammy or kind of like an infomercial. But when they see your face, whether in pictures or videos or anything like that, that is automatically going to be more likely to stop the scroll and be like, wait, what is she wearing? What is she doing? So even though I had a crappy phone, I didn't have a fancy camera, I didn't have a ring light, all I had was just this really bad phone and my living room, which I was tilting my phone up against books and then using a self timer on it to take pictures, because I had to make do with what I had. So along with this tip of show your face is start where you are with what you have, and you'll get better. And I'm going to try and share some video, or not videos, but some pictures from back then, so that when you hear me say I took really crappy pictures, they were really crappy pictures, but I still did it because that's where I was. So my group has now seen me grow over the past 3.5 years. And same thing with videos. If you actually go on this channel back to my very first video, it's horrendous. It's so bad. But I left it up because that's where I started to this is where I'm at now. And there has been so much growth and change. So if you start taking pictures, if you start doing videos, and I'll be honest, I didn't do live videos at first. I was terrified of that. So I did pre-recorded videos, which were also bad, and then shared them. But the more you do them, the more comfortable you get hearing your voice, the more you learn your angles, the more you learn the lighting, and you will learn, or like you can grow, I can't talk, you can grow as you go and you can learn as you earn. So don't think you have to have all the things or have everything perfect, because so many times we're like, well, I look at this person's Instagram feed or their Facebook group and I'm like, well, obviously they're successful. If I had those things or that time or that, you know, perfect curated profile, then I would be successful and get a ton of sales and have a great business, you know, as well. But that is just not the case. So don't focus on those things, focus on you. So I had those 3 colors and I took selfies in those 3 colors. I did a video teaching my group how to apply those colors. I did different layers, like 2 layers of rosemary, 1 layer of bombshell, you know, mixing them, showing them how it worked. And even though I didn't have the perfect pictures, even though I didn't know what I was doing because I had no, you know, background in the beauty industry, what I did have was a product that people want and a product that people really use. Because half of the people in my group were like me, where it was like, I'm not gonna wear lipstick because the few times I had, it ended up on my teeth. That's really embarrassing. I don't wanna go through that again. I'm not gonna wear it. Or they're tired of having to reapply all the time. You know, it comes off everywhere on their chin. So you're like, you know what? Makeup's not for me. Lipstick, definitely not. I'm not gonna wear it. Don't got time for that, not for me. So that's the category that I was in. Then you have the other category of women who love lipstick and do wear it, but still hate those same things. I haven't talked to anyone who wears lipstick that loves the fact that it can come off on their coffee cup, or loves that it can end up on their chin, or that they have to reapply 5 times a day, or they can't kiss their significant other because he hates having lipstick all over him, or their kids. You know, so the women who are wearing it have those same problems. They're just choosing to wear it anyways because they like lipstick. So those 2 groups of people were in my group, and I'm able to share with them a product that solves problems on both sides of the aisle. For the ones who are like, I'm not wearing it because it ends up where I don't want it, here's something that you can wear that won't end up where you don't want it. And then to the people who already love it, here, now you can continue to love it and it's gonna stay where you put it. And that is one of the great things about LipSense, and that is a great way to launch your business. And I think it's why I was able to be so successful with just one product. So again, I know a lot of people were very negative about the out of stock lips. I thrived in it. That first like 8 months that I was in business, I did almost $20,000 in sales in just LipSense. That was before anything else started coming back in stock. So it is a really great product. And then as you're in the business more, and especially now if you were to join, we have all the products available, all the things in stock. And right now that I've been in the business for a few years, I sell way more of the other makeup products than LipSense. So it's a really great business to be in because there's so many different products that it can really have something for everyone. Okay, which goes into tip number 2, which is be a product of the product. So what helped me was showing my face, showing my reactions, showing the how-tos, showing the things that I learned, the tips and tricks. Like for example, wearing the darker colors like mulled wine, those are hard to apply. You're not gonna know that unless you've tried to apply it. You're not going to have like tips and tricks for them if you've never done it. I've used it. Here's how I figured out how to get it to apply smoothly and not streaky, and I can share that with my customer group. I can also tell that these are great beginner colors because they apply like a dream, super easy for everyone, and then help them have a great first color experience. You know what I mean? So when you're a product of the product, you're learning things that you can then share with your customer group, and it also makes you so much more genuine and authentic because you're talking about things that you actually use yourself. And if you are spending money on products for you to use because you like them, that shows that you're not just sharing something to try and get their money. It's something that you personally use as well because you like it. And that is a huge deal because our products in this company really work and they're really good. It's genius. Our makeup is literally tinted skincare. Our eyeshadows are anti-aging. The tinted moisturizer and foundation are anti-aging. So many things that we have are anti-aging, literally tinted skincare, our blush, our concealer, all of it, which sets us on this amazing platform. So then we are just responsible for sharing it, and you're going to be able to share it a lot better when you actually use it and wear it yourself. So that is tip number 2, is be a product of the product. Make it a goal to invest back into your business and purchase products for yourself to use and try and demo and share in your customer group. Every time something new comes out, I put one in my cart for me. Why? Because I want to get it, I want to feel it, I want to smell it, I want to put it on my face and show them what it looks like and demo it for them. And my customer group has come to know that I do that, and they expect to see how I use it, and they want to see my review and what I think about it. So make that a goal. You don't have to, buy all the things all at once. What I started with was every order that I placed, I would grab a couple items, grab a couple items, grab a couple items, until I had the entire permanent line of lip scents, which was like 50 shades. And then I would take pictures in all of those 50 shades. And that comes into tip number 3, which is don't prejudge people. I did a challenge that was called the 50 Shades of Lip Scents, where you put on each of the different colors in the permanent line, one a day for 50 days, and then you shared those like in your customer group. I sold so much lip scents doing that, and the colors that I thought no one would buy, because I was actually showing it to them. And when you prejudge people, you do things like think no one's gonna buy a black lipstick, no one's gonna buy a blue lipstick, so you don't even share it, right? You are thinking, my group only likes nudes and pinks and neutrals. They're not gonna like the crazy colors. Why are they coming out with crazy colors? No one's gonna wear this. Well, example time, one of the girls on my team, she kept selling this color called Snow Cone. Snow Cone is like a fluorescent, iridescent blue lipstick. I'm like, who is wearing this color? And she kept selling them, and I had one, but I had never put it on or taken a picture, so I wasn't taking my own advice. So my own advice of be a product of the product, show your face, don't prejudge, I stopped taking my own advice and didn't share that color. When I saw her keep selling them, I'm like, you know what? Fine, whatever. I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna post some selfies, I'm gonna do it. You know that I sold some of that color on Instagram and on Facebook. I sold like 3 or 4 of them, and I had never shared it. That's like $100 worth of lipstick that I missed out on because I just hadn't even shared it. So don't prejudge people. It's the same way if you are a tinted moisturizer and mascara and out the door girl, great. There is a lot of people who are very low maintenance beauty people, myself included, but that doesn't mean don't ever share about the blush and the concealer and the eyeliner. Share that with your customer group, because you may have people who love getting glammed up, who love eyeliner, who love blush, and if you're not sharing that with them, you are closing your doors to all that money coming in. You are preventing them from being able to shop with you. So share everything. And the girls that I see being the most successful are the ones who do just that. They share everything and then let their customers decide what it is that they want to order. So that was tip number 3. So don't prejudge, share. And it's the same thing with the opportunity. If my upline who had prejudged me and was like, she would never be interested in the opportunity because she's a tomboy, doesn't wear makeup, doesn't wear lipstick, doesn't do anything with skincare, not girly at all, I wouldn't be here doing this video in front of you guys. She did not prejudge me. She offered me the opportunity anyways, which I rejected at first. And then, ta-da, now I'm here. So don't prejudge people, share the opportunity and share the products with them. Okay, there are people who need the products, who need this opportunity. It can impact their life in so many different ways. So don't prejudge, share everything, okay? Then tip number 4 is to add value, not discounts. So I see this a lot when people are new to the business and they get started, and a lot of times it's the people who love the products. They love them so much, and they know if they can just get people's hands on them, and if they just feel them and try them, they know that they're gonna love them just as much as they do, and they're gonna wanna buy them. And so to do that, they start doing all these specials and start doing all these discounts because they're really trying to get people to buy it, because they know they'll love it once they try it. The problem is you haven't established why that's a good product from the get-go. So even with it being discounted or you giving them a special or doing a promo, you haven't established why they need it and what problems it solves and how it will benefit them in the first place. So you have to add value. Adding value is educating them on how it works, explaining to them what makes it special, what ingredients are in it, what problems does it solve, how will it benefit them, what do you like about it, what does it feel like, what does it smell like, doing before and afters, like with the foundation on one side, not on the other, tinted moisturizer on one side, not on the other, explaining the difference between the foundation and the tinted moisturizer, explaining why cream to powder eyeshadows are amazing, explaining why having anti-aging eyeshadows are important, explaining these things and educating your customers will then empower them to invest in themselves and invest in the products. So you have to have that educational component first in order to actually have people invest in themselves and purchase the products. Just having this infomercial of specials as they scroll down your group, that is just saying, I'm trying to give this away as cheap as possible, just trying to get your money, but I don't even have to tell you about it or explain why it's good or why you need it or how it works or anything about it. So just make sure that you are educating your customer group, because when you educate someone, then you empower them to make a decision. You empower them to make an informed decision and to invest in themselves and invest in these products. But that has to come first. That education has to come first in order to empower them. Discounts are not empowering anybody, okay? And frankly, they're probably hurting your business. I don't do a ton of discounts or specials. I'm much more likely to do a free gift with purchase or something like that, or maybe free shipping, but the products are worth every single penny. And when you lead with that education, that will help them understand why they need to invest in it, because it's amazing, right? So then tip number 5 is be real, not perfect. Okay, real is relatable, and that's why I have my little notebook right here with notes on it, because I'm not perfect. I don't remember everything off the top of my head. I have certain points that I want to make sure that I share with you guys that I don't want to miss. So this is totally fine. If you are judging me for having a notepad to make sure that I give you guys the most important information I think to help you with your business, then that's your problem. Which sounds so funny to say, but the people who are going to judge you for having to have notes are not your people. The people who are going to make fun of you for stuttering or saying or or whatever it is that you are so afraid of saying in your videos, or the people who are going to judge your pictures, those are not your people. So don't just toss the book, throw them out. You don't care about them, right? Be yourself. And that is so real and so relatable. And it also is what shows other people that this business is duplicatable, because you're not perfect. You're just being you. And I think that's really helped my group, because they've seen me with my crappy pictures and my crappy videos. Go scroll back on YouTube and watch that first one. It's awful. And they've seen me grow from then to where I'm at now. They've seen my makeup skills improve. They've seen my confidence improve, my self-esteem, how I carry myself, how I speak, how I talk. That has all changed just by me being willing to learn as I go. So don't be so hung up on having to be perfect and having the perfect feed and the perfect content and all those things, because what's most important is you just to be real. Because if you feel like you have to be perfect all the time, you're never going to move forward, right? That's one thing about perfectionists, which I used to always say I was one, but then I'm like, I don't even know if that's really a good thing or something I want to claim anymore, because when I am so focused on being perfect, I don't move forward. When I'm so focused on being perfect, I talk myself out of doing videos. I talk myself out of doing a makeup tutorial. I talk myself out of, talking to that person because I'm afraid I'm going to say the wrong thing, or I'm afraid I'm going to mess up, or I'm afraid I'm going to look silly. And so I'm going to practice, but never actually move forward. I could film this video 85 times and every single time find something wrong with it. It's never going to be perfect, ever. But I'm doing it and I'm sharing it with you guys, because sharing these tips and tricks and ideas is so much more important, because I want to help you and empower you in your business. Or if you're someone who is thinking about joining, I want you to get all the information, all the best things, just real and raw as it is. I want there to not be all these false expectations about you sign up and then you have to be perfect at live videos and you have to have perfect pictures and you have to have all the things. I didn't have all the things. You know, me having to set my phone up on a book on my kitchen table to take pictures, that's real. That's relatable. Not everyone has, you know, a beautiful office or extra space in their house to be able to run their business. I'm in my spare room. Right over there, there's a cot for people to sleep on when they come over. They sleep in my beauty room, okay? It's real life, okay? And again, that's what makes it relatable, and that's how you can connect with people. So don't feel like you have to be like those people that you see on social media, and don't let yourself think that if you just had that image that they're projecting that you would be successful. What will make you successful is you going through those tips, showing your face, being a product of the product, not prejudging people, adding value, being real, because again, real is relatable. You are going to have your kids interrupt you. You're going to have cats walk behind you. You're going to have all the weird random things happen, but that's real. That makes people laugh. That's what allows you to connect with them. So embrace that. And when you just embrace yourself and just start sharing who you are, you have content every day, because you're just sharing what you're doing, and it takes all that pressure off of trying to have to appear a certain way or look a certain way or anything like that. So just be real. Be real. Share your kids, share your family, share your pets, share what you're doing, and don't feel like this is something where you have to wear fancy makeup every single day. I don't wear fancy makeup every single day. I'm a very low maintenance person and I work outside. Okay, so the tinted moisturizer, the mascara, and my brows and my gloss, that's like my thing. That's my jam. But I will still share everything else, right? I'm gonna be real. This is my day to day, but then this is what happens when I get glammed up and take pictures and things like that. So be real. The other thing I wanna be real about real quick, it's really two more tips, but I'm going to kind of talk about them together. Number one, get really efficient with your time. And I've talked about this in other videos, but especially if you're someone who has a full-time job or you have kids, be efficient with your time, make a plan, get glammed up, take pictures, change your outfit, change your lip color, take more pictures, do a video, film each step, take pictures of each step. You can create a lot of content in a little bit of time. If you have questions about that, put it in the comments, but make do with what you have. So all of these kind of really, really go together. And then the last thing is sales first. So there's a lot of companies where when you join, you have to have people join underneath you, right? That's the whole MLM part of direct sales or network marketing. You join and say you start at 20% discount, and then if you have 3 people sign up and they qualify and you qualify, then you bump up to the next discount level, right? With SeneGence, that's not the case. So the sales commission is completely separate from having a team. And I focused my business on sales for honestly like the first 2.5 years. I did not have a team. I did not focus on growing a team. I focused on sales. Part of that was an integrity thing, because I was like, how can I tell people or recommend this business for people if I don't know that I'm actually going to make money myself, right? I have to kind of test it and make sure it's profitable and sustainable. And once it is, then I will have no problem, you know, sharing it with other people, because I've been able to make money in this business through sales without having to rely on other people. And that's what I hear a lot, is that, you know, I don't want to do something where I'm dependent on other people to make money. You're not. And that's the greatest thing about it. You could never have a team, not have a single downline, and you are still going to make up to 50% profit or more with the certain promos for every single product that you sell. That's amazing. You don't have to have a team to do that. You don't have to coach anybody. You don't have to train anybody. You don't have to sign anybody up. You can literally run your business like a boutique, like a shop, sharing the products, selling them, and earning a profit on every single one. And that is why I think a lot of the gals on my team have done well, is because I train sales using all these tips that I just shared with you, because that is how I ran my business. If you're someone who is really great at networking and sharing the opportunity and things like that, you can add on a second amount of commission by doing that, which is paid out by SeneGence, but it does not come out of your downline's income. It does not come out of their profits. And you don't just make money by signing somebody up. You don't, because we don't want people to just try and get like a sign-up bonus and have people join so that that person can make money. SeneGence has a lot of integrity, and I really like their compensation plan. They want you to train and build up and help those people who sign up with you launch their business and actually be making money and have an income and support their family. And then as a result of training them and spending that time coaching them, because you're their coach, you're their link, you're their upline, you're their go-to. You are the person that is one-on-one with them, helping them launch their business. Just like I'm doing these videos with you. This takes time out of my day, but I'm passionate about it because I want you to be successful. I want you to bring in extra income to support your family. I want you to be more confident. I want you to, have a much more positive outlook on life. And so I'm going to spend time with you, bringing you up to that, right? That's my primary goal, is to mentor you in your business. And then as a result, SeneGence will thank you with a small percentage paid from the company that cuts into the company's profit, not the downline's profit, which is amazing. So their business is not affected at all by you financially, which is great. And again, that's an integrity thing. And that is why I teach sales. I teach sales because for me, that is how I've supported my family. That is how I've brought money in. That's how I train my girls. That's how they're bringing money in. For in 8 months to do almost $20,000 and put an extra 10 grand in my pocket from freaking lipstick. That's amazing. I got to share that. That's an amazing opportunity. I didn't have people on my team that I was making money off of. No, I still have a very, very small team. I focus on sales because sales is where I make money. But I am very passionate about mentorship, and I'm very passionate about entrepreneurship, and I'm very passionate about working from home, which is why I started doing this YouTube channel and sharing these tips to help you guys, because I am dang passionate about it. And when I see people on my team that I've worked with who have been able to quit their job, who have been able to take their family on a vacation, or help pay off the bills, that means something to me. That is very valuable to me, and they're doing that because the products that they're sharing work, and when people try them, they love them and they want them, and they are sharing their face, they are sharing their reviews, they're sharing their love for it, they're being a product of the product. And that is why I wanted to share these tips with you guys. So sorry I got a little passionate. Again, not perfect, it's raw, it's real. But if you have any questions, put it in the comments below. You can follow me on Instagram at @ValleyGirlBeauty. I would love to chat with you guys. With that being said, I hope these tips were helpful for you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye guys.